And you see that there?
What?
It
Oh,
says
says we're
we're
live.
live, and it's really bright. I wasn't expecting it to be this bright. It was
Yeah.
super cloudy this morning,
The sun just came out.
and the sun just came out just to hang out with us and hang out with all these fine people who are going to be
Yay.
joining us. So until everyone joins us, I'm going to go ahead and turn that around. We'll just do a walk through the temple. Hello, Taylor. Hey, Simon. Wow, Simon, so glad that you made it. We got some hellos for Hannah in here.
Oh, hi.
That's wonderful. And I just half dropped the gimbal. Yeah, I'm fixing this, guys. There we are. I trying to level it out here. All right, you know what? I think we've got enough people that we can just jump right in and say hello to
Oh,
everybody. And there we are.
hey everyone.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the live stream. If you are a regular viewer, welcome back. So today we are hanging out in the area of Asakusa. I am here with Hannah, and I'm having trouble with my gimbal today, but we're okay. I got it now. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start with story time, and then after story time, we're gonna jump into Q&A. And I was genuinely not expecting it to go like full on sun.
So sunny right now.
So, okay, we're gonna start with a little bit of story time. You guys probably know who I am. And if you watch the most recent Tokyo Tuesday, you'll also know who Hannah is. But for those of you who don't know who Hannah is, Hannah, can you
Oh, it's my
introduce
story
yourself?
time. I
It's
thought it
your
was
story
I thought it was
time.
your story time. So my name is Hannah. Hi, I am Australian, and I used to live in Japan like 5 years ago or something. I lived here for 4 years, and then I went away and I lived in Singapore, and now I'm back and I'm living in Tokyo. So yeah, I've got a YouTube channel called Currently Hannah.
So, and to everybody coming in and saying hello to each and every one of you. And Genova, that's really cool. I'm glad that Genova's saying that she knows both of us.
Hey,
So,
that's always good to know.
so today is one of Tokyo's biggest festivals. Hey, Sherry. Sherry from Sherry Berry and Ehime just joined.
Sorry.
Oh, she's singing for you, Sherry. Getting some special treatment right there. So, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna start by telling you guys a little bit about the day today and what's going on, and then we'll get into a Q&A. So hold questions for now. We're gonna wiggle through this group of people. There we go, and we'll see if we can't find ourselves a spot to set up
So pretty.
and tell some stories. Isn't it though?
It's so nice. There's so many flowers everywhere because it's spring. And spring is the best season. Actually, I don't know. Which one do you prefer, spring or autumn in Japan?
I'm gonna go 100% spring.
Ah.
I like the new birth of everything rather than the
Yeah,
absolute death of
But it's a
everything.
beautiful death. Don't you think that's nice?
Yeah, okay. Well, it's very samurai. So, there we go. Oh, Craig, thank you so much for getting
Wow.
things started.
Oh,
That's
that's
so
nice.
beautiful, man.
That's so nice.
You literally just made both of our days and covered our coffee. You are awesome. So, okay. Here we go, guys. Talking about Sanja Matsuri because that is what we are doing today. Today is Tokyo's biggest festival. It's so exciting. It's also Hannah's first time to ever come out to this festival.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So, how are you feeling?
I'm pretty excited. I love festivals. Matsuri is like, it's like my favorite thing to do in Japan, especially in like summer. There's so many festivals. So yeah, I'm excited for my first Tokyo festival, and apparently a big one.
It's a huge
Okay,
one.
good.
Okay, so a little bit of background for those of you who don't know. And Sherry's like, oh, I wish I could join Sanja. Sherry was here, what, 2 years ago? I think 2 years ago. I showed Sherry around and she made a Sanja Matsuri video and it was just insane. Mad hype, awesome. Sanja Matsuri is basically one of those festivals where they carry mikoshi, portable shrines. We'll walk around, I'll show you guys some of those in a minute. And they basically carry them through the area of Asakusa last night, today, and tomorrow. 3 days, almost non-stop. And the best part is...
Today's the main day.
Actually, tomorrow's the main day, but today's an awesome day. Today's an awesome day. The best part is there's like 100 of these portable shrines.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome. I've
in
only seen
total,
one so
there's
far.
like 100 of these. There's big ones, there's small ones. There's actually 3 main ones over here that we're gonna take you guys out so you can see. And it's probably the closest that we're gonna get to them during this entire festival.
Yeah, because there's gonna be so many people. I feel like we'll never actually get close to them.
Yeah.
It's gonna be packed.
It's and like so the 3 main shrines are such a big deal. This entire festival is about these 3 main shrines.
Oh, okay.
And so on the main day, which is tomorrow, when these are being carried around, groups will actually fist fight just to get their hands on these shrines.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And you actually get to see it? That tomorrow? People still do it. Will they do it today?
They might. You'll see some craziness today.
Yes. I've never
So-
seen a Japanese person get aggressive. That's great.
Oh boy.
I've seen like maybe like 1 or 2 when they're like really drunk, but yeah.
You ever heard of those
Ah.
guys who are like fully decked out in tattoos?
Oh, I saw 2 of them last night. I was in the convenience store and I was just buying some food, and then yeah, I saw these like 2 like Ayashi looking guys, like kind of like sketchy looking people, and I was like, why do they keep looking at me weirdly? And I realized they were like fully tattooed to like here, and then the other guy as well was tattooed to here, and like, oh man, yeah.
We might even find some of them today.
Yeah.
So that is story time. That is the background
Hey, from
of.
Brisbane.
Oh no way!
Yeah.
I really want to go to Australia, but we'll talk about that later. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit of a walk around. I'm gonna show you guys this insane festival. Wanna grab your stuff?
Oh,
I
yes.
don't want to leave your bags here. So the area that Hannah and I are in right now is Sensoji Temple, and so many smiley people. I love it. I'm getting distracted by everyone's smiles.
It is really nice.
So,
I love this area. Oh, so pretty.
right?
Yeah,
Got a little
it's
mini
waterfalls and
waterfall over
bridges.
here.
Oh, so good.
So again, the area we are out right now is right behind Sensoji Temple. I'm gonna take you guys over to show you the 3 main shrines, and then we're gonna get this Q&A kicked off, because like I don't know about you guys, but even I have questions for Hannah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got questions for you too.
Oh, we got all kind of questions going on, and you can actually already see the shrines out over there. We'll just follow this gentleman for a second. He will be our guide.
Gimbal was a good idea.
The gimbal was just spot on.
Yeah. Gimbal's always a good idea. Such a good use of a phone gimbal.
I don't think there's any better use for the phone gimbal
No,
than
'cause
a
otherwise
live
I'm like, I'm never
stream.
gonna film with my phone like that I need like smooth footage for, except for a live stream.
Exactly.
Ooh, how cool!
All right, let me show you guys the area that we are in right now, just so that you guys can get a bit of enjoyment from this as well. All right, guys, so we talked about the 3 main shrines that Sanja Matsuri is all about. And these shrines here, shrouded in absolute darkness, are they?
So cool.
So those are the 3 main shrines right there. They're each massive.
That's them.
And because they're covered in gold and whatnot, I believe the heaviest one weighs something like 3 tons.
What?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The smaller ones, even the one over there, can weigh as much as a ton. Do you guys want to get really up close and see what one of these mikoshi look like straight up close? Let's see. While Hannah's getting her shots over here, let's go over this way and I'll show you guys what these mikoshi look like right up close. So guys, where we are right now is actually a hidden shrine behind Sensoji Temple. I was thinking about featuring this in a Tokyo Tuesday. This is a protector's shrine, which is hidden right here behind Sensoji, and this right here is one of the mikoshi. But you know what, let's get me out of the shot and go to Hannah.
Oh no.
And here you go, guys. So this is what it looks like up close. And this is a kid's one. Yep. Little kids carry this. Yeah, oh, it's
really
still
heavy.
definitely. They have even tinier ones so that even tinier people can carry them.
Oh, like this tiny little gem.
Here's another one. All right, so if you're into the tiny little people, Anna, do you know what this is?
Which one? This one?
Yes.
Taiko drum?
Do you know what this taiko drum is for?
For chickens.
This taiko drum is called a dashi. And let me put this down for 2 seconds.
Like a soup?
Yeah, it sounds like the soup.
Yeah. That is pretty cool.
That is really sketchy. All right, we're gonna put it here. There we go.
Okay, that's
So sketchy. It is like almost guaranteed to fall. So if we disconnect, it's because I've made a bad choice. So this right here is called a dashi. And see this rope here? This rope is used for a whole bunch of little kids to pull this dashi around the area. Kids sit up here and bang on the drum using these right here. And these, just like a shamisen, are called bachi.
that's so cool. This is awesome.
Now, one of the best parts of this is not only do they pull this around the neighborhood, but it's I don't want to compare it to Halloween, but it's kind of like a trick or treat. They stop at a whole bunch of different shops and stops along the area, and the owners of those shops will come out and give them like candies and snacks
that's
and
so
drinks
cute.
and stuff like that. So
That's awesome.
that is a dashi. Okay.
That's really cool.
I think this is a fairly good time to start our Q&A.
Yeah.
So
Quiet.
I'm gonna jump right in with Tokyo Drew, who's also gonna be at the festival today. So we might be able to get to run into him and grab a beer. But first question from Tokyo Drew is, are you partaking in the festival this year, Norm? Okay, so I have partaken in almost every single Sanja Matsuri since 2008.
Like as in like actually carried it?
As in actually carried
That's
it.
awesome. I want to carry it. I wouldn't be able to.
Oh, it's not that bad. You will end up with bruises on your shoulder,
Yeah.
but I get dressed up like these gents here,
That's so cool.
and I'm part of a chokai, which is like the local group for carrying the mikoshi. But my chokai is really close to home, so there's 2 reasons I'm not participating this year. Number 1, I've got to be on a flight tomorrow, so
Oh.
yeah,
Where are you going?
I'm going down to Ehime.
Ehime.
Yes, Shikoku.
Wait, that's like really south?
It's
Okay.
like really south.
really south.
And the second reason is because the breast lapel part of the jacket for the chokai basically has almost my address on it. So I'm like, oh, I can't really vlog this. Now there is another chokai that I was gonna join for this year, but I really wanted to show Hannah around, so that's what we're doing.
Ah.
And I just realized that purchasing the coffee before doing the live stream Q&A was most likely a poor choice. Scroll up and like
that's
see
true.
what I've missed.
That is
so
true. Also, I thought you were going to say because we'll need to pee soon.
oh
That's
no,
also true.
that'll be a thing.
Yeah.
So
Have a repeat of last week.
all right, guys. So we're gonna jump right into the actual Q&A section of things. If I missed anything in the comments, just drop it in once more, and we'll get the Q&A going. So, I want to start with a question for Hannah. So Hannah, yeah, I'm gonna stir the pot.
Oh no.
Is Osaka better or is Tokyo better?
Osaka's better. Osaka is better. No, I'm not that passionate about it, but so far, I haven't lived here for very long. Maybe I just love Osaka because that's the first place that I went to in Japan, and that's when I fell in love with Japan. I just love the vibe in Osaka, and people are so friendly, and the food is wonderful, and the fashion's like everyone's just like a little bit quirky. Not that you can't find those kinds of people in Tokyo, but yeah, it's just got a really cool vibe in Osaka. Tokyo is really awesome though. I do love Tokyo. But yeah, in my personal opinion, I like Osaka. And I'll make a video about it soon.
Yeah.
Osaka is better than Tokyo.
So
Stir that pot even more.
Hannah and I were talking about that this morning. Like she's gonna make this video why Osaka is better than Tokyo. And I was like, oh, that's gonna stir the pot.
Yeah.
Okay, so quick one, is anyone allowed to partake in the festival? Kind of, but you need to be part of like one of the chokai and you need to pay in like an honorary fee, which is usually around $100. And then there's the rental for your jacket and everything like that. But yeah, that's how that looks.
Okay.
Are the food booths, I'm missing these, are the food booths, is that okay?
Yeah.
Thank you. Selling items that are only like, that are...
Oh yeah, like festival food?
Yeah.
Seems like
So,
it.
quick answer to, there we go. So a lot of these are just straight up like festival foods that you wouldn't be able to get outside of festival season.
I love festival food.
And actually the one that just came up, is there a festival food that you don't care for?
Me?
Me? Is this right here?
What? Crab is
Because-
delicious.
It's, I don't want to say it right in front of the guy, I feel bad. It's fake crab for like $6.
Oh, it's fake crab.
It's fake crab for like $6. And I'm just like,
Fair.
nah.
That's fair.
When my little brother Jesse came out, we wanted to get it, but he has allergies to like the stuff that's in the fish paste. And they're like, oh, actually it's fish paste. So, yeah.
I'm personally not a huge fan of yakisoba.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's just because, it's not that I don't like the taste. I'm just like, I've never been a noodle person. And yakisoba is obviously just noodles, so,
Not a noodle person.
nah, not a noodle person.
All right, there was one question in there where somebody asked, Hannah, is there any like food from Osaka that you really prefer over like Tokyo?
Oh. So I'm vegan now, but when I was in Osaka, I wasn't vegan. And I used to always get, it's called taco sen. And so it's like takoyaki and sandwiched in between two ebi senbei, like prawn crackers.
Love it.
Oh, it was so good. And I feel like, I don't think I've ever seen, because I've seen, you can buy takoyaki here, but
I
I
haven't seen taco sen here.
No, it's great.
Like
It's
Osaka,
like a takoyaki
Kyoto.
sandwich. It's so good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't eat it now anyway, but I'll try to make a vegan version one day. Oh,
Thank you, Cassie.
enjoy a snack on me. That's so nice.
So happy. So. And y'all in Ueno, how long is that festival going on? For anybody who's just joining the live stream now, I'll give a little bit of an update. Where we are is Asakusa, and we're here for Tokyo's biggest festival, Sanja Matsuri. Sanja Matsuri, and we're gonna be here all day. So yeah, that's what's going on. And again, for those of you just joining, this is Hannah
Hi.
from Currently Hannah, and currently Hannah is in Asakusa.
And it's in a suck with 2 coffees.
I did it.
One
I
of
did
them's
it.
his, I promise.
So, all right. Moving on. Any more questions for me or Hannah, guys? This is our time. Come on, bring it in.
This is it. This is it.
Yeah, and Asakusa is an area that's really easy to miss. Like, there's just so much beauty and tradition here all the time.
Every like tiny little street, there's like something new and ooh.
And you asked for an update on my air bonsai plants.
Oh, you've got air bonsai plants. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, friendship guy. You're
Friendship
welcome for the
guy.
info.
I like your name.
I like the name. So, what kind of update do you want on the air bonsai?
How much money would you put aside for festival day?
Ooh, how much money would you put aside for festival day? You can do the entire festival for free.
Absolutely.
But if you want food,
Maybe like 2,000 yen?
2,000 yen, 3,000 yen, and you're set. So,
It's a bit noisy here.
and the festival goes on for a total of 3 days. Love it.
This is my
I'm kind of used to it. I just keep switching out.
Nice.
And have you ever visited the Kabukiza? Not yet. I I should. Any chance of a little meetup and meet up today with some viewers in Japan or anytime soon? Huh.
People want to.
A meetup is definitely something that I've got in the works. Today's a work day. Today's videos from start to finish. We're gonna have a lot of fun with it though. If you guys do run into us in Asakusa, definitely come up and say hi.
Yeah.
We do like beer, so just putting that
I
out
don't
there.
like beer. I like two highs, but I'll have a two high.
We do like drinks. We like beverages. So yeah, 100%. If you come to Asakusa for this festival today, we'll be out and about all day. And I mean all day.
Oh, just snapped a photo.
That was so nice.
What's going on?
She's like, what's up? Photo of you guys.
It happens more than you think.
Yeah, like
all the time.
Like people will just walk by you in Tokyo and be like,
oh,
take your photo.
Oh, there was
So
once I got really mad at like 3 separate gentlemen when I was at a festival, and they were all just like taking photos of me and my friend, and it was just of us two. And so I walked up to him and I said in Japanese, I was like, "Are you taking photos of me?" And he was like, hi. And I was like, "Can you delete them all, please?" And then he like showed me his phone, and he had like 50 photos of me.
What?
And I was like, "Can you delete them?" And he deleted half, and I was like, No, all of them. He tries to like walk away.
wow.
Made me so mad.
So one of the only times, and I'm gonna get to these questions.
Oh,
I
yeah,
see
sorry.
questions rolling in. Don't worry. I promise I'm gonna get to them. One of the only times that I've ever gotten aggressive in Japan, like I mean seriously aggressive with somebody, is I was walking through the Sensoji area with my little sister. She was wearing a skirt, and a guy right in front of us, as if it was a totally normal thing to do, reached under and took a picture.
Are you actually kidding me? Right in front of you.
Right in front of us. And that was what was mind-blowing about it, because it was so blatant that we weren't even sure that like it happened,
Oh, I would've
but we
lost
were
it.
like, did that really just did that just happen? Like we were like just
happened.
we were just
God,
mind
what's your little
blown.
sister?
My little sister was just like confused. She wasn't even sure that it had just happened. I wasn't sure that it had just
Yeah.
happened.
How old is she?
At the time, she's like 6 years. She's several years younger, 12 years younger than me. She's younger than
I
me.
thought you were gonna say 6 years old. and
No.
I would have.
She was like
I just
into her
would've killed the
20s.
guy. Okay, but
So,
like, still.
I
Jeez
chased the
Louise.
guy down and I was like, just like, come on, like, let me delete that off your your camera.
Delete it
And
for
he
you.
tried to run away. Long story short, I ended up getting a little more aggressive with him. I also ended up taking the memory card out of his camera, snapping it in half.
Yes.
Because you can
Justice.
recover that
Of course
stuff.
you can. You absolutely
Like
can.
it's fully recoverable. There's software, there's freeware out there that'll
Nice.
recover it for you.
Nice.
So yeah, that was a heavy story. So let's get into some of these questions that have
Yeah,
come
what we
in.
got?
All right. Let me get in through. Oh, there's so much coming in.
Oh.
All right, guys. Tokyo Drew, what time does it start today? Stuff is kind of already started, but the mikoshi will probably start getting carried between 10 and 12, depending on the area. Favorite chain restaurant in Tokyo, Japan that's non-Western. Oh, I was totally gonna go with TGI Fridays.
Moss Burger. No, I'm kidding.
You like Moss Burger?
Actually, I've only been to Moss Burger once in my life.
You know what
I always liked Yoshinoya.
I oddly
Frozen.
love Matsuya, also a beef bowl chain. Yeah. It's like Yoshinoya, but they give you miso soup.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of sushiro as well.
Oh my goodness, yes.
Yeah, sushiro is so good.
Right there.
Again, sushi.
And there's actually a mikoshi going on way out here,
Ooh,
so
look at
we'll go
that.
check that out in a
Cool.
second. Do you guys ever get dressed up in kimono or yukata or hakama for
I
festivals?
haven't done that before. I really want to. I still haven't done it.
You know what? The biggest fireworks festival in Tokyo happens right here in Asakusa.
Hanabi Matsuri is my favorite.
It's got 2 locations and it's fully visible from the roof of my building.
Yes! That
I think
sounds
she's
like
in.
fun. So in.
So yeah, totally. For the festivals, I own 7 yukata, 3 kimono, 2 pairs of hakama, which are usually for performances and whatnot.
Oh.
I've got a bit of a collection.
I have never owned one.
Is it getting warm there now?
It
It's
certainly
very,
is.
very
It's
warm.
humid as well. A nice
So-
little drop of sweat going down my back.
And Do you ever get noticed as a shamisen player? Like walking down the street, not really. There was one time though, I had been on national TV, a show called Waratti Itomo, which is Japan's longest running TV show. And on the way home, someone was like, yo, I just saw you on TV. Because it's like a
cool.
live show, so
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
pretty neat.
Oh, nice.
All right.
Man.
What would you place? If you want to catch a really good, high, passionate shamisen performance while you're in Japan, check out my video called Tokyo's Best Restaurant. Really, it's got it right in there. It's the best you can get.
Q&A has no theme.
The Q&A has no theme. The
Not
theme is Hannah. What is your favorite alcoholic drink? Wow.
Cassis Oolong. Cassis Oolong is amazing. Have you had Cassis Oolong?
I haven't.
It's so good. Or umeshu. Umeshu's great.
It's hard to choose. I like whiskey. I love Japanese whiskey.
Ah.
I really like. You're gonna
Trying to get into whiskey.
You're gonna see that later on. So. Yeah, and actually that was with Shannon. Wow, Alex, amazing. Is that like Alex as in like? Now I'm confused. Alex, let me know if you're like Alexander, as in. I don't know your avatar, so if you're my brother, let me know. And I'm not sure, but I think these two guys are like trying to say hello.
Oh,
They
really?
keep they've been circling and following
Maybe
for a
they're
while.
Just, like, jumping in the back.
Yes, that's my little brother, Alexander. So
Wow.
happy. Hi, Alexander. So
Hi, Alexander.
Alexander's actually going to be here the entire month of August.
Oh, cool.
So that's going to be fun. So, and hello from Toronto. Timothy, good to see you too, man. Okay, someone asked me a question about the Smooth Q, the gimbal that I'm using, and what I think. It's $100 and it works.
$100?
It's $100 and it works.
I might buy one. I don't need one. I might buy one.
Actually, after you see what I'm gonna be doing with this thing today, you're definitely gonna buy one. You're gonna be like, oh my God, that's a mind-blowing idea. Why have I never thought of that? So, we're gonna call it the poor man's drone.
Yes.
And hello to everybody joining. Sorry, comments are coming in. If I miss anything, just drop it in there again. RC Pilot Fam, what was your favorite place to use your drone in Japan?
Oh, I haven't droned much in Japan. Because I only just, like since living in Japan, I've actually finally got a drone. And I flew my drone all over Southeast Asia, but yeah, so far I haven't flown much. I really want to go to Hakone because apparently you can fly over the water shrine.
Yeah.
There, that looks amazing. So stay tuned for that.
I did a whole Hakone drone video, which is on
Oh really?
my channel.
Ooh, I want to watch that.
It was beautiful.
Good smell. Sesame oil. Would you do an Only in Japan episode about shamisen?
You know what? If only in Japan, do you know John Dobbs?
No.
John Dobbs runs a channel called Only in Japan. Amazing guy.
Okay.
And if he was ever like, you know what, Norm, let's do a shamisen episode, I'd be in for that. If you guys want to put the pressure on him, go for it. And in case you guys want to see what's going on here,
Oh, how cool.
so yeah, guys, I thought it might be nice to get right into the action and check out the festival, right from inside. Woo. That's what it's like. And if you ask me, it's pretty awesome. But I lost Hannah over here, so I gotta wait for her to catch up. All right, let's see if I can't find some more of these questions that have come. Can I kickflip? And these little kids are gonna get hit by this truck.
I've been scouted by a talent agency.
So, the talent agency question. When I first lived in Japan, I was working as a stuntman for like my first year.
Really? That's cool.
It's a lot less cool than you would think. Like you think like, oh, backflips and breaking out windows. But it's like 90% like waiting.
Oh, yeah. Anything on a film set is waiting for hours and hours.
Whew, let's go this way. You'll go down, you'll arrive at the studio at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and you'll be there till 9 p.m. and you might do an hour of work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
So
filming.
that is what that is all about. So, what do you miss from your home countries? I want to get to that, but I'm so worried that I'm like missing so many questions in here. They're all coming in. It's wonderful. All right. Have you ever been? I already answered that. Only in Japan. Let's make it happen. Let's make the only in Japan thing happen. Seriously, people. I love John Dobb. I'd love to do a video with him. Do people switch places? Yes. They just pop right out and pop right in. It's
I saw that.
It's kind of amazing. Could you go on a highest building rooftop and show us the scenery of the area? I can try. I could do one by the river, but it would make the like going up the building while we're on here kind of boring.
Stop running from Hannah.
I'm not running from
slow.
Hannah.
And I didn't realize that there was like actually pedestrian crossing.
So let's start with this one. I want to hear your answer on this so much. Okay, so a little bit of background before we answer this question. Something that I haven't even told Hannah, and I feel kind of awkward.
Venezuela. No. Just random guess.
Australia.
Oh, would you like
I was
that?
a huge Australia fan when I was a little kid. Like massive Australia fan.
Oh.
So much to the fact that, do you remember ICQ?
CQ, no.
ICQ was a chat service that came out before MSN Messenger.
Oh, before MSN, wow.
And I used to wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning every single day to talk to my friend from Australia, who ironically was named Hannah.
Huh, well, there you go.
Yeah. I would wake up, I was in high school, remember this. I would wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning, sit down, put Dragon Ball Z on the TV, on like YTV or whatever it was back in Canada at the day. And then I would jump onto ICQ and chat. We bought phone cards and like called each other and everything. And it was like the first time that someone was like, oh, I really like your accent. And I was like, I don't have an accent. You have the accent. And just these
Everyone
like
has an accent.
high school kids. Yeah, speaking of everyone has an accent, Hannah just did a video called Why Do Australians Hate Me? Honestly, one of the best pieces of content on YouTube to date.
Oh no, that is way too generous.
No, it's so funny. I watched it twice.
Oh,
all right,
so glad
I
you liked
watched it twice. So you guys, if you haven't seen it, definitely check out Hannah's video, like Why Do Australians Hate Me? So okay, the question that I want to answer. Also, give me a second because a super chat popped in there.
Southeast Queensland, Rup! Can't wait to visit Japan. Just wanted to thank you guys, helping me heaps of insight and tips.
That's
Thank you so much,
awesome.
Ryan. That's
Ryan,
so nice.
thank you for people are beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
The question.
The question. So the question is, foods that you miss from home.
I miss mango and cheap fruit because it's really expensive in Japan, and it's not like they've got good quality fruit, but if you want to go like good quality fruit, it's really expensive, like $200 expensive. But in Australia, you can buy like a giant crate of 20 mangoes for $20. I miss mangoes. Mangoes are the best.
There we go.
Yeah.
For me, is it racist if I say maple syrup? Feels racist.
It's not racist. It's just it's patriotism.
No, I wouldn't say maple syrup is the main one. Honestly, Sour Patch Kids more than anything.
Oh, Sour Patch Kids, they're vegan as well.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, Sour Patch Kids are so good.
Yeah.
Also hard to find here.
Sour Patch Kids for the win.
But there's some more questions we can answer.
And while we walk through here, we'll try to navigate this crowd and show you guys just what it's like to navigate through a festival crowd. Wait.
어떤 옷이 맞거나?
This is a lot more fun than it looks, and I think I may. Oh, I didn't lose Hannah! Wow! Woo! Oh, I didn't know if I had lost you there or not. All right, let's get into the shadows a little bit and find out find some of our next questions, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's popped in here since we've done this. People commenting on ICQ being super old school. Yes, it is super, super old school. What?
That's... I don't hate you, Emily. It's alright, not all Australians. Hashtag not all Australians.
Hashtag not all Australians.
What's the reason for the 3 days festival? It's a good question. What is the reason?
I will answer that. I will answer that in Hannah's video.
Ah, very good. Can you get mangoes in Japan? You can, but they're about $5 each usually. For a cheap one, they're about $5 each. And they've got like a kind of like chalky kind of consistency,
Yeah.
like it leaves a weird taste in your mouth, and it's just not the same as a Kensington Pride from Queensland. They're great.
Kensington
so
Pride. I like the name of it.
Yeah, it's actually what it's called.
So, and this here.
It's cute.
So this little bar here, I featured it in a bar about Asakusas bars, and it's a really cute little place.
So cute.
Yeah, and it's got like a seating area up there. That's like all tatami and everything, and it's it's really, really
Pineapple
nice.
tea or juice or something.
Do you watch rugby, Hannah?
I don't watch rugby, I'm sorry. Except, wait, like I'm the worst Australian ever because I don't quite know the difference between Union and what's the other one? See, I don't even know. What's that one that's between like Queensland and New South Wales? It's the only one that I watch.
Hey, Molly. So good to see you here, Molly. So good to see all of you. You know what?
Thank you for watching.
Because we've been going for a while and we've got a bit of a crew of people, I want to take 2 seconds just to say hello and thank you all for joining. It's so good to see each and every single one of you here. It's actually really exciting. Like we're kind of thinking out our video for the day, getting things started. And I figured a live stream would be a perfect way to do that.
Yeah.
We're out here in Asakusa for Sanja Matsuri. Looking forward to which one of you is going to come running up to us first. Cupcake
Cupcake likes.
Follow both of your channels.
Oh,
both very
and Cupcake
informative
likes. Yeah.
and interesting. Well,
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Sending love. I feel I was gonna like blow a kiss, but I was like, it feels weird if I do it. So
Nah, I'll do it.
I'll let Hannah do it. So, but the feeling is there. I'm putting out the feeling of blowing you kisses.
I feel like we can do some quick fire questions.
All right.
Answer them real quick so we can like get some of the old ones
Yeah,
out of the
I
way.
feel like
I'm missing them.
Do you guys follow any sports in Japan? Huge sumo.
Oh, I love sumo, but I've only been to one tournament.
There we go.
Again.
I've been to like 9 sumo tournaments.
Oh, cool.
I got a story about that later.
Yeah.
Crazy stuff. All right. I know we're going quick fire. Love Hannah's accent so much. You and me both.
Thank you.
If I run into y'all, what beer do you like?
Too high.
Chuhai,
My favorite
and I'm not fancy. I'm really not.
Asahi fan.
Doesn't even need to be real beer. I've been watching your channel for a few months. Love your personality and editing. Subscribe to Hannah's channel
Thank you.
after your last vid. So much stuff coming. Just be
Yay,
ready.
Yay.
It's gonna be the summer of Hannah.
The summer of Hannah.
All
Rugby
right.
League, that's the one. I'm so sorry, thank you. Oh, Simon, I know you, Simon. Hey.
You know Simon?
I mean, I recognize
Okay,
him from my
so
comments.
Simon does like a
Did
live
thing with him. Yeah.
He was wondering if you'd like to join.
He did. You asked me that. Live stream sounds like fun.
I put her on the spot. She couldn't escape. She
Can't say
had
no,
to answer.
but no, I would love to. I really would.
Festival in Ueda today. Ooh, I want to go to Ueda. I think you said if you ever come to Ueda, let me know. I'll let you know.
Have you ever seen Ehoba?
Just gonna keep going.
Man, I'd love to see you on the live stream. That's good.
Oh, that's cute. Nosh is like, how is this possible? 120 people watching and only 46 thumbs up. Smash that like
Smash that
button.
like button.
Definitely. Give that like button some love, people.
Yeah.
Get this spread out there. Also, if you guys are like, oh, I'm enjoying this live stream, feel free to share it.
Yeah. For the both of you, what's the first place you ate at in Japan? First place.
First place that you ate in Japan.
Well, I arrived really early in the morning and I went to a tiny little kisaten, is that the word for it?
Yeah,
Like a little tiny cafe.
Tiny little
and
coffee shop.
I had, it was just called like toast set, which is the norm in Japan. Like I had like a coffee and the norm. And I had a coffee and a piece of toast and a little like hard-boiled egg and like cut up fruit, and it was so good. And the people who ran the restaurant were just like the friendliest people in the world. Ooh.
I'm gonna cross over here. That's actually a really nice like first meal in
Great.
Japan.
It was so good. It wasn't like, I guess, yeah, it's not like traditional Japanese because it's Western breakfast, but it's kind of Japanese style Western, which is really nice.
You're like, you really remember your first meal in Japan. I can take my
I was
coffee
so
for a
excited.
second.
Oh, thank you. Oh wait. Oh no.
You've been drinking both?
No. I only took a sip of this one. I'm sorry.
So, that's all right. Worst things could happen. You always remember that first meal coming in Japan. And this road is a lot noisier than I expected.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're gonna cross the road and we're gonna go down to the river, and the river will be quiet. So, my first meal in Japan is about the most cliche thing you could possibly think of.
Sushi?
In
Tokyo Station.
Ah, you're close. What's more cliche for a foreigner?
Shibuya.
There we go.
Yes. It's like,
all I
Shibuya,
had
I
to
know
say,
this one.
all I had to say is it's the most cliche thing
Shibuya.
ever. First meal here in Japan was sushi in Shibuya.
Wow, you could not get more
Insanely-
touristy than that.
No.
That's wonderful.
That's like
Well
the,
done.
like if you were to look up the definition of cliche, you'd probably see me sitting in
White
that
guy
sushi
sitting
shop
in a sushi restaurant in Shibuya.
in Shibuya on his
great.
first day. So,
What place would you recommend? I can't read that.
what place would you recommend?
What do you eat when you first come to Tokyo? Ooh. Gosh, I don't know. Like, what part of me wants to say, like, down a little alleyway in a tiny little restaurant, but that might be, like, too much shock straight away. So it's probably best to go to somewhere that has an English menu. So even the touristy places, it's still going to be good food, but it's also, if you're adventurous, just go into, like, a random little alleyway, find, like, a little ramen shop or something, and point at something on the menu. Be like, I'll have that, thanks.
There we go.
Yeah.
One thing that you do want to keep in mind though, and you want to be really careful of, Tokyo's gotten a lot better for this than it used to be. But if there are no prices listed, either leave or ask. I made the mistake of going into a sushi shop that didn't have prices listed once. And I was like, I'll just take whatever, something simple. And the guy's like, yeah, no worries, I'll get you something simple. I walked out of there with like a $92 bill. And he only gave me like maybe 10, 15 pieces of sushi. And it cost me like 90 bucks. So I had heard horror stories about it, but I was like, it can't be that bad.
It can be.
It can be, and
so
it
pretty.
was. Yeah, I love coming out to the river. Just the feel of the air
It is so
coming
good.
off the water. It's just so nice. Hannah's got her camera going. I know there are
I mean, the live stream.
more questions coming in here, so we're gonna pause for 2 seconds,
Yeah.
sit down, enjoy the flowers, and answer some of these questions. So, give me a second here. All right, come on over here, Hannah.
Thank you.
All right.
We're sitting down, being quiet.
I should have brought a tripod so I could just like set this up on a tripod. All right, so I'm gonna scroll through this because I feel like while I was talking, we've missed like 90 questions and comments. Do you like ice cream? I almost feel offended by the question. Who doesn't like ice
I
cream?
love ice cream so much. That's
Who-
like the like one of the hardest parts about going vegan is that there's not a lot of non-dairy ice cream in Japan. But you can get soy ice cream at some places, and I love it, and it's great. I do love ice cream.
Yeah. I of course I love ice cream. I'm a huge Rocky Road fan personally.
Rocky Road is so good.
So.
Hannah's channel now, Tokyo Lens subscriber.
Oh well, welcome to the channel.
Yay,
And thank you for
coming.
joining.
Thank you.
And this is the sun is just like
It is. It's very hot.
I have like panda eyes. Like
Yeah.
it's giving me panda
shadows.
shadows. So, Mount Fuji, did you climb? Experience? Have you climbed?
I've climbed it twice. Yeah.
You know, there's a
Great.
saying in Japan. The wise man climbs Mount Fuji once, the fool climbs it twice.
It's so true. My second time was awful. It was like typhoon weather up there, and I was soaked. I got to the top. Still did it.
I did it once and broke my toe on the way down.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Well
the
done.
first 30 minutes of the descent, I broke my toe.
No, not at the start. At least it was on the way down. So you made it to the top. That's all right. That's big up.
What camera do you vlog with? Ooh, exciting question from Bethany. What do you got there, the 70D?
This is the 7070.
7070.
A little bit cheaper than the 70D, but does basically the same things. Like the sensor is like a tiny bit smaller, and then I've got the 10 to 18 millimeter lens, and it's pretty wonderful. I quite like it, and I carry a 50 millimeter as well. I try to keep it minimal. I'm trying this minimalism thing. It's good, successful so far.
As I answer, I'm gonna walk. The sun is just like right there, slaying me.
Beating down.
I typically vlog with a Canon 80D and a 17 to 70 millimeter lens, a Rode video mic,
Oh yeah, I've got a
and
Rode mic as well.
a Gorilla Pod.
Yeah, Gorilla Pod for the win.
Maybe you should. Oh, I don't know what just happened.
Oh. No.
How is being vegan in Japan? I just returned from Poland and live in Japan and having some difficulty finding vegan food.
So there's a Facebook group called Vegan in Tokyo, and they post like random vegan finds at different restaurants and stuff like that. Also Happy Cow has like all vegan restaurants listed out on a map, which is really good for eating out. Typically for me, in a week, I don't eat out very often, but if I do, I find it easier than I thought it would be to find like just like a vegetable dish, or like even going to sushi now, you can just get like vegetarian sushi kind of thing. Sometimes I break my veganism if I'm in like a really like country town and there's nothing around except like some kind of soup that I'm sure has fish in it. Like I'll get it. I'm not crazy, but yeah, I guess technically I'm not vegan then, if I'm in Arizona. But just answering for the haters just in case. But yeah, I find it easier than I thought it was gonna be. But yeah, there's options out there, but they're a little bit hard to find at first.
There we are.
Yeah. What else we got?
Sorry, can I get you to?
Yep.
Thanks. All right, favorite underrated place in Tokyo?
Ooh, I haven't been here for long enough to know. I'm sorry, but Asakusas is pretty great. I love Asakusa. I don't know if it's underrated though. I don't know what it's rated.
I think it's pretty accurately rated.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
My favorite underrated place in Tokyo. I feel like I've definitely got. Actually, honestly,
Disneyland.
my favorite underrated place in Tokyo, so much to the point where I want to do an entire video on it, is this river right here.
Yeah, it's so nice.
The
So
Sumida
nice.
River wraps up around the corner. Some of the best hidden cherry blossom spots in Tokyo are located along this very river right here. This goes almost all the way down and connects to Odaiba. It's got some of the best jogging, cycling, skateboarding, just you name it, that you can possibly find in all of Tokyo. And so many good hidden shops, restaurants, everything right along the river. And the Sumida River, people, the best, most
It was really nice.
underrated, amazing spot in Tokyo. So,
Yeah. I think there was a bunch of comments.
yeah, there's a ton of stuff coming in. Oh, those vegan police.
Don't upset the vegan police.
Remember the runaway drone? Don't remind me. I
I've
don't
got
want
a
to.
runaway drone too. Oh, Yoshi did. The coolest place you've ever been to, or the coolest thing you've done since moving to Japan? Ooh. I mean, I don't know if it's the coolest, but like the most beautiful place I went to was Miyajima. I love
Oh,
Miyajima's
Miyajima's so nice.
so beautiful. It's probably my favorite place in Japan. I don't know what the coolest thing. No, I have no idea. What about you?
Coolest thing that I've. That's a really hard one. It's so deep and there's so many experiences
I
that
remember them all.
I'll definitely have to come back to that one. I'm sorry I don't have an answer. There's just too much,
Yeah.
way too.
Collab with Shala again.
Yeah, of course I'll have a collab with Charlotte again.
She's
We're
in
just
Korea
trying to
though, right?
we're trying to work out dates for me to go to Korea,
Yes, Korea's
That's
awesome.
scheduling and all that
Can
stuff.
you do your drone along the river? No.
No.
Not nowhere in Tokyo. Don't
Simple.
do it. You're going to ruin it for the rest of us. Don't do it.
You
One
you
person
fly
does
your
that, they'll break the rules. Like, oh no.
yeah. You try to fly your drone in Tokyo, you will get picked up by the cops. They do have technology like in this.
Really?
Yep. In this right here, that little
Oh
Kobam,
yeah.
they've got drone tracking technology
Wow.
in there.
That's awesome.
And they're like waiting. I saw a guy come out to the river, fly his drone. They literally didn't even ask him to stop. They just came up and grabbed the controller out of
Well done.
You'll be
Brutal.
gone and so will your drone. Do not try to fly in Tokyo.
I think dashi made of bonito, and lots of times it confuses me vegetarian because the meal is no meat. Yeah, fish doesn't count as meat in Japan apparently. Hannah, how long will you be in Japan? Well, for now I'll be in Japan until March next year because that's when my contract finishes. But ideally I'd like to stay for a bit longer. We'll see.
Is it common for people to order? Pizza is pretty common.
Yeah.
Outside of that, Uber Eats has been growing in popularity lately.
Yeah, but I feel like Japan's so convenient anyway, and you can buy cheap food on your way home, so people will likely just do that.
And somebody asked, what's the story behind the radioactive tattoo? It's not actually radioactive, it's the biohazard symbol.
Biohazard.
It's the biohazard symbol. And there is a story behind that. Yeah, it's,
I was Claire Redfield once at USJ. Biohazard. Yeah, it's great.
is it hard for a foreigner? No.
No, the English teaching jobs are everywhere. Hard to find a job outside of English teaching. Maybe.
Actually, English teaching and recruiting.
Ah, yeah.
Two easiest jobs to get in all of Japan.
Yeah, that's true.
And, whoa, brightness just dropped.
Strange.
Let's go into a slightly cloudier street so I can actually see
Go in
this.
this street.
I think because it's so hot out, everything's starting to like overheat just a little. So,
Let's go in here.
but this has been pretty successful. Like I'm gonna answer a few more questions and we may do like another live stream tonight.
I love Sanja Matsuri. Why the coffee color police report? It got mugged. Nice.
Nice.
Been to the Ghibli Museum. No.
Have you been? No, I
Not
haven't
yet.
been. Why can't you fly a drone in Tokyo? It's against the law. Too many people, really easy to get hurt.
And there was once a guy who flew a drone over the Prime Minister's house with like radioactive sand or something like that, and it crashed. So then, yeah, they just changed the rules from then.
Yep.
There you go. Yeah. Necklace is nice. Thank you. I was like, just had to check that was for me.
How easy it is to get a translation job in Japan. Check out gengo.com. If you're interested in translation, they do a lot of stuff where you can just sign up to be one of their translators and get paid online work.
Do you know parents with babies in Japan?
Parents and babies in Japan, any travel advice? Velcro.
Poker?
I don't know. Just Velcro. Well, it's so easy for a kid to get lost, right?
Right, Velcro with a kid. I was like,
yeah.
Velcro in general? Or favorite vegan food you've had in Tokyo? I've tried like a bunch of vegan restaurants. There was one called like Lima Cafe and it was so good, but it's down for now. I think it's opening back up.
All right. Last questions that we're going to do as we walk. Favorite band to listen to?
Oh, favorite band. I'm really bad with music and the names of people I listen to Spotify, and I mainly listen to classical piano, oddly enough. But I really like Ludovico Einaudi. I don't think I'm saying that wrong, but yeah, he's got really great music.
There we go.
Yeah.
And a nice Velcro. Christina, yeah, I do know people with kids in Japan. Like it's fairly safe. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But I also will say it's a huge city. Travel in general isn't that hard. Like I've seen people who've been traveling with kids, and they say that it's actually quite easy because people are patient and understanding and caring. It's kind of like if you ever fly with kids, you're treated like somewhat nicer at the airport. I feel like all of Japan is kind of like that.
Yeah.
When I travel with my friends who have kids, like everyone's really kind to them. So I don't think you really need to worry. It's a safe place to travel with kids. There's a real answer. Also Velcro. So, all right.
What's the
Most
next
common question you're asked by locals, what country are you from?
Yeah. Australia.
Do they have food trucks in Tokyo?
Yeah, they
not,
do. Not too common, but
too
they do.
common, but favorite music bands in Japan? I used to listen to Orange Range. Favorite 100 yen shop?
Daiso.
all the way.
Yeah.
Daiso,
Daiso wins.
all the way. Like no question at all. What are the, okay, last question for today. Well, for this live stream, it's been going so well. We may do like a drunken live stream in the evening.
That sounds like fun.
It sounds dangerous. I think, and we'll do like something themed there. So the last question for today is, what have been the hardest things about moving Japan aside from the distance and missing family?
Hardest things is to realize that you will never be Japanese and you will never be accepted as Japanese. You will always be a foreigner, no matter how much Japanese you learn to speak, no matter how much you follow the customs, you will never be Japanese, and that's fine. And also realizing that you won't be able to change anything. So if there's something that you really think is like just with a burning passion, like that's wrong, it shouldn't be like that, you won't be able to change it because I'm not Japanese, and change is slow in Japan. Yeah.
I'm kind of parrot that. I'm going to add to it because I love how much our answers line up like this.
Yeah.
My simple about moving to Japan is accepting and understanding that no matter how different and unique Japan is also exactly the same as your country.
Yeah, it is.
It is a country just like any other.
Yeah.
It has people
People
just
are the
like
same
any other
everywhere.
country. And you can't be like, oh, because Japan, People use that for both the positive and the negative. They'll say, oh, because it's Japan.
Yeah.
Because it's Japan. No,
Yeah.
people are people all around the world. And having a love for a country like Japan, and at the same time being able to accept that it is no different than your own country, it's a weird feeling.
Yeah.
So,
Because if there's something that you disagree with, you want to just say like, oh, it's just because it's Japan, it's another culture. But
yeah.
people are people are people. So, yeah, I agree. It's very true.
And guys, I think that is the bulk of the Q&A for this live stream. Thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much, everyone.
It's been a lot of fun hanging out with you guys. It kind of
A good
flew
amount of
by.
questions came in.
I did not realize that we'd been streaming for an hour until I checked the time
Wow.
there.
Yeah.
So, guys, we may or may not go live a little bit later on today for a live stream that I won't leave up on the channel. We may just have a couple drinks with you guys, do a bit of a live stream. If you guys do see us in Asakusa today and you're in the area,
Please come say
definitely
hi.
come say
I've
hi.
only been stopped once in Tokyo to say like, are you Hannah from YouTube?
Oh, no way.
And it was like a huge moment. I was like, oh my gosh, you know me. So come and say hi if you see me and I'll be like so happy.
I feel so bad because 90% of the people who have come up and said hello to me, it's been while I'm recording a Tokyo Tuesday. If it's during the vlog, I can like toss them right in, but during the Tokyo Tuesdays, I've got this like set flow.
True.
And so I'm like, like, so
Yeah.
anyways, guys,
Yeah, come and say
thank
hi.
you so much for joining. We love each and every one of you. Do not forget, if you haven't already given that like button some love, don't forget to do that, all right?
Yeah.
We will see you guys again real soon.
Bye.